Hey y'all, so I took probably 5-6 days off of making YouTube videos, making TikTok, Facebook, Instagram Reels, TikToks, all that. I needed a break. I was feeling so overwhelmed and I just needed a break. I updated a little bit on my community tab here on YouTube. I, did a couple Instagram stories, but I've kind of been MIA. It's been nice. I haven't had a real vacation really since last year. So anyway, today's going to be a story time. There's been some weird stuff that has been going on. I actually wrote a list because there's a list. So literally this is just from like Friday to Sunday is this list. So if you want to hear what I've been up to while I've been taking a break, just stay tuned. Maybe I'll leave like time cards or timestamps, whatever it's called, down below if you just want to hear about certain parts. Let's just get started. Okay, I guess I'll start by saying I've actually been sick since last week. I think Thursday maybe is whenever I started like getting a fever, congestion, sore throat, all that. Today, the day I'm filming this and uploading it Tuesday, this is the first day I felt like pretty good. Like I feel like I could go out if I needed to. I'm not going to. Spoiler alert, not going to. I'm about to go into my story time, but just know I was sick during everything. Okay, first thing, which I pretty much told everybody, you guys don't know like the whole story. I had a gas leak. First ever gas leak I've ever had at my house. I do own my home, I don't rent. There's so many pros and cons to buying and renting. But when you buy a house, like, you're responsible for everything and things get expensive, This year, you guys know my AC caught on fire. I'm pretty sure I shared that here on YouTube. My AC caught on fire. I had issues with my water heater. I mean, honestly, this year, it has felt like one thing after the freaking other with this house. I really need to stick to my list because I can already tell I'm going to be like going here and there. So, long story short, we had a gas leak. So we have a sunroom, and then attached we have like a grill and a couple gas lines to do like crawfish boils, things like that, which we actually don't use. It's outside of our house in the backyard. We actually have like a separate like grill area, porch area, stuff like that. So we actually haven't used that gas line, I want to say in like 2 years, maybe even 3 years. But we had a gas leak in that like gas line right there by the sunroom. So I think it was Saturday night, we smelled gas and we confirmed, yes, we have a gas leak. So I was Googling like, what do you do? And I was getting like mixed results. I'm about to tell y'all what to do because this was a learning experience for me. So I read online a couple of mixed things. A lot of people were saying call your gas company. But then a lot of people were saying call a plumber, yada, yada, yada. So I decided to call my gas company and get them to come out and see what the issue was, whatever, see if they could fix it. So I called my gas company and they told me this was an emergency. They were sending someone over right away. So within the hour, someone from the gas company came. They checked and they were like, yeah, you definitely have a gas leak and I cannot touch it. You need to call a plumber. So I was like, well, damn, I should have just called the plumber if y'all ain't gonna do anything except tell me it's an emergency. What they didn't tell me is that they were taking my gas meter. I actually did not find out they took the gas meter out of my yard until Sunday morning when I woke up. Sunday morning, I called a plumber. He was gonna be out, fix the issue, right? We sent him pictures. He said, I know what it is, I can fix it, yada, whatever, it was done. So I was feeling pretty calm. So I start just having like a normal Sunday routine. I was doing some towels, washing some towels. I washed them, and I like to wash my towels on hot. And so I turned it on hot, and usually when I do that, there's like steam coming out of my washer. Well, it was warm, but not hot like it usually is. And I was like, huh, that's weird. And I really didn't think that much into it. And then when they were done in the washer, I threw them in the dryer. So about an hour later, I go out like to the dryer and I open the dryer door and there was no heat the whole time. So I go to tell my husband, hey, the gas guy come, did he turn off the gas? And Brandon's like, I don't think so. Let's go out to the gas meter. So we walk around the house, go to the gas meter. This motherfucker took our gas meter. You guys, I freaked out because he did not tell us he was taking the gas meter. So immediately I call our gas company. I'm like, hey, he didn't tell us he was taking this gas meter. Like, what's up? They're like, oh yeah, that's protocol. No one said anything to us. He literally took it. Like, okay, and mind you, when we called Saturday night, this was probably around like 8 o'clock at night. We lost power that night. I don't know if you guys are in South Mississippi, but I think there was 3,000 people like in our general area that lost power. So not only did our gas go out Saturday, we also had our power go out, and sometime in that period, the dude from the gas company came and took our meter. All right, keeping up. So the plumber comes. Within 5 minutes, the problem's fixed. If I would have just called the plumber and not the gas company, the plumber could have turned off the gas, fixed the leak, turned the gas back on. Anyway, long story short, y'all, I had to wait for the gas company. Of course, they weren't coming out on Sunday to immediately put back my gas meter that they told me they weren't taking. So I had to wait till Monday. It was an issue Monday. Long story short, they came back Tuesday. It's fixed. My gas is back on. You guys, it's been a headache. I can feel like my head, I need to stop talking about this. I can feel my head like bumping. Okay, I'm going to go off track a little bit here, but you guys are here for a story time, right? So during all this, I had one of my best friends on the phone talking to her, just talking about how frustrated I was. It's like one thing after the other, it seems like, with this house. And she was telling me, she was like, yeah, like rent is like unaffordable, right? So me just being nosy, I go and I search like apartments for rent in my area. I don't know. I literally don't know what's going on. I guess there is like a housing crisis, obviously. When I rented probably 7-8 years ago. My apartment, y'all, a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment, I paid $650. It wasn't the nicest. We had our issues, but it was $650. It was super affordable. A ton of room. I had a dining room, a kitchen. It was in a great location. I mean, it was decent for $650. Now, I was looking online. You guys can't even rent a 1-bedroom under $1,000 in my area. Anyway, I say all that to say there's like pros and cons to renting and buying. And sometimes I regret buying, like especially stuff like this, like the gas going out. I was like freaking out, like, oh my God, what if they tell us we need to replace all of our gas lines, like yada yada yada, because the gas company has been sending me messages, like not messages, they've been sending me like mail, like paperwork asking me to buy insurance on our gas lines and all this other stuff. Anyway, there's definitely pros and cons to renting and buying. During all that, I was definitely just wishing I was a renter and I could call somebody and they could take care of it. Anyway, I'm glad I got gas back. That was the end of that. Let's go into my petty neighbor story. So, I forgot to tell you guys this. I got a petty ass neighbor. We don't get along. I haven't actually spoken to this neighbor, I want to say, in about 4 years. He's right next door to me. So, when the plumber came over, there was this string in between my neighbor's yard and my yard. And my plumber's like, what's up with this string? Is this like, y'all have something building, something going on? And my husband was like, no, this dude here just freaks out over the littlest things. So I want to say about maybe like 5 years ago, I went on vacation. And my brother-in-law came over, one of my brother-in-laws came over to watch over my house and stay at my house. I think I was gone like 2 weeks. I went to Japan. And anyway, I come back and my brother-in-law tells me that my neighbor cussed him out because he was mowing our front yard and he got a little bit on my neighbor's grass and my neighbor came out and like flipped out. And anyway, so I go over there and I flip out on my neighbor, right, who basically like gaslights me the whole time and tells me that never happened and they actually had a great conversation and yada yada yada, to which my brother-in-law replied, hell no, he's a liar, he's completely lying. So about a month ago, maybe like 2 months ago, Brandon was mowing the grass and he got like an inch over into my neighbor's grass. Mind you, it really looks the same. It really looks the same. I mean, our length is maybe like that much off. It's not a big deal. He flipped out about it, put up the string to remind my husband where our property lines are. Super petty, super passive aggressive. Let's move on. Let's move on. So, Burger King. A lot of you guys, I kind of like teased about this in Instagram. I had the weirdest Burger King experience of my life. They continued to call my phone after this experience. Let me explain. So, this was Friday night, the night before the gas leak. Brandon was at the gym. He was starving, and he was like, make this make sense, right? He was at the gym, and then he calls me, and he's like, I want a triple Whopper from Burger King. To which I reply, yeah, that sounds great. I mean, I don't get a triple, but a Whopper sounded good. Anyway, so he goes to Burger King. This is at like 8 o'clock at night. He goes to Burger King, gets me a Whopper, gets him a triple, comes home. He just got home from the gym, so he's like, hey, I'm gonna jump in the shower. And I was like, cool. So I eat my food. He gets out the shower, looks in the Burger King bag. By this time, it's probably like 8:30, right? And the times matter. The times matter. That's why I'm telling you the times. This is at night. So 8:30 comes around. He looks in the bag. He doesn't have a triple. He's livid because he's hungry. Hasn't eaten all day. Just worked out for like 2 hours. So he grabs his phone, calls up Burger King, and basically says, hey, I'm bringing my burger back up there. I'll bring my receipt. Y'all gave me a regular Whopper. I need a triple. I paid for it. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, and then he added cheese and I think jalapenos too. So anyway, he got charged for all that. So he was like, Leisha, get in the car. I'm getting my food. So I was like, bet. So we got in the car. We go up to Burger King. We're the only ones there. No one's in front of us. No one's behind us. Not one car in the parking lot. And that's going to matter for what I'm about to say. We get to the drive-thru. We tell the girl. Now, I'm on my phone. I think I was like on POSHMARK or something, to be honest with you. So I wasn't listening to this interaction because I didn't think I needed to, because this was a simple case of, here's my food, here's my receipt, this is what I ordered, didn't get it. So he says all this at the drive-thru, like, hey, I'm here. I just talked to someone on the phone. They told me to bring up my burger and my receipt. I got it. I'm here for my triple. And she says something, and he starts driving up to the window, and he said, did she say come inside? And I looked at him, and I said, come inside? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I don't think so. And he's like, I heard her say come inside. And I was like, why would you have to go inside? We're the only ones at the drive-thru. And he was like, I don't know. So we pull up to the window, and she's like, oh, you were here for, like, the burger, the triple. And he was like, yeah, here's my receipt, here's my food. And then she was like, oh yeah, can y'all pull around? And so we're like, okay. Like, again, we're the only ones there. Okay, at this time it's probably 8:45-ish. So we pull around, and we've done this before, like when they're super busy, you know, they'll make us go like around, and then they'll bring us out the food. So mind you, we're the only ones there. Don't know why we can't just like wait at the window. Y'all, I feel like I'm a lot in this video, but I mean, whatever. Anyway. So we pull around. The girl that's like sweeping in there stares at us out the door, and I'm staring back at her like, what? Like, what do you and so she walks out, and I should also explain. It's about 8:45, like I said. My husband just got out the shower. He had his pajamas on. I definitely didn't have a bra on at 8:45. I was in like a night dress. Anyway, she asked my husband to come inside. She literally walked outside with the broom, asked my husband to come inside, to which he was like, come inside for what? She was like, we need you to come inside. And he said, no, I'm not really dressed to come inside. Like, he was like in his boxers, okay? And so she points at me, and she says, can you come inside? To which I said, no. Is there an issue? And she said, no, don't worry about it. It was weird. And so she goes back in. She comes back out with the food. It says, I'm so sorry about that. And we're like, okay? What it felt like was they were trying to kidnap us. It was a very weird vibe. There was only about 2 people there. Like I said, no one else was there, no other cars. The entire time we waited and everything, not one car pulled up, y'all. So we get the food. We're talking about how weird that was. And I told her, and I was like, why were they trying to get me to go inside? Why were they trying to, we literally were just there for an exchange. Why couldn't we just stay at the drive-through window? None of it was making sense. It's about to get a lot weirder. So we go home, get home, it's around 9 o'clock. I'm keeping y'all up to date with the time because it matters. We get home at 9, he eats the burger, we watch Married at First Sight. Brandon complains the whole time until I switch the channel to like fucking Skinwalker Ranch, okay? It's about 9:40. We get a phone call. 9:40, almost an hour since we've left. This is the second time we had gone to the Burger King. We get a phone call, and I noticed the number, like the first 3 numbers. I'm like, oh, that's that Burger King calling, I'm pretty sure. Like, that would be like the area code for that Burger King. And Brandon's like, why are they calling me at 9:40? Like, I got my food. What's the issue? And I was like, I don't know. See if they leave a voice message. Because, like, if you're calling someone, especially a business, and they don't answer, you leave a message, right? Not this Burger King. So they call, we don't answer, let it go to the voicemail. He goes, confirms, yeah, that's the number I called earlier about the return. They called us 3 more times that night. They called, I think, like every 5 minutes. We didn't know what they wanted. We definitely didn't want to talk to anyone there. Like I said, it was a weird vibe. Still, to this day, it's Tuesday. I want to know, why were they calling us? What was up? Can someone from Burger King explain? Was there a reason why I had to go inside? Or why Brandon had to go inside? To get the right food back? Then why, after we finished the return or the exchange, were they calling us? 3 times, or no, 4, it was 4 times, right? Let's move on. What else happened? Oh, I'm taking a whatnot break. So here's the thing with me, y'all. I'm either all in or I'm not, okay? And so I do like to try stuff. You know, when things come out, I'm going to try it, especially when it comes to like my business and reselling. So when Whatnot came out, at first I was like, I'm not down for this. But then I got on it and I started buying stuff and I was like, oh, I do like this. I'm going to start selling the stuff I'm sending to ThredUp. Instead of sending it to ThredUp, I'll just do it on my Whatnot show. So I read into it. The fees are supposed to be like 8%. I'm here to tell you my fees, and I mean, I was selling everything super cheap at my shows. My fees, well over 8%. It's really just not worth my time right now. And I'm just going to be so blunt about it and so honest with you. The amount of time which isn't that much, but the amount of time I spend going live, which is usually an hour, I'm having to take all the items, re-steam them, like if they were in bags and get like, wrinkles from being folded. I gotta steam those items again. I gotta number them. I gotta list them in the store. I gotta ship them. I gotta do all that for the profit I'm making. It just didn't make sense. And like I said, I'm all in or I'm not. So I was like, I was committing to like a show every Friday at 5 p.m. I'm not doing that anymore. I think instead of like promising everybody like, yeah, every Friday I'm going to be on Whatnot. Which honestly, that's, I think if you want to be successful on Whatnot, you got to go live frequently. I think the people going live 3, 4, 5 times a week that are constantly on the app have like 50 plus things in their store when they go live each time, which was never me. I had like 20 things, So I feel like there's a certain type of person that would do and just thrive and do great on Whatnot. That person's not me. So I need to take a break from Whatnot. I may go live like once a month, but it's just going to be maybe like a pop-up or like a special show, or when I already have taken the time to take stuff that I'm going to send to ThredUp out of my inventory. And just right now, I got to take a Whatnot break. I'm not taking a Whatnot break from buying. In fact, at the end of this video, I have a couple packages here I'm going to show you what I got. I was actually on a buying freeze this past week, and I still got these packages, so if that tells you anything. But yeah, you guys, I really enjoy Whatnot. I love to be a buyer on there. I love talking to y'all, but that doesn't mean I have to go live. I can go on y'all's show and talk to y'all. Anyway, taking a break from Whatnot, which leads me into my new business endeavor, which I gotta say, I had to do a flip for that one. I feel like this is going pretty well. I signed up for Flyp. I have seen probably 3 or 4 people, like resellers on YouTube, who I watch frequently. You guys, there is a fly in here. The gas company was here this morning and they left the door open. I'm pretty sure that fly got in. So if you see something flying around, that dang fly is it's distracting the hell out of me. Okay. Squirrel, right? Squirrel. I've seen a lot of YouTube resellers that I really trust make videos about consigning with Flyp or selling with Flyp. So basically, you sell other people's stuff and you split the profits, whichever way you discuss. I'm not going to make a video on how Flyp works. There's a couple really good videos out there. I just off the top of my head, Gloria, Via Glow, Danielle Rains, they both have made videos on it, and I'll link them below because I found them very, very helpful. I think I've watched both of those videos at least 2 or 3 times, probably in the past couple months, because I've been thinking about it. But like I said, I'm all in on something or I'm not at all. So I was really trying to think about do I really want to do this? I was trying to get all the information on it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to leave their videos down below if you want to know how Flyp works and everything. And then last week, Heather from the Canary Closet, she did a video on an unboxing from her client, and she got sent some good stuff. And that was it. That was it. That's all I needed to make that decision. Yes, I'm going to try this. I am really happy so far with how this process has gone for me. I think customer service this is my experience. This has literally been from, I think last maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I decided to apply. And today's Tuesday. So in less than a week, I have spoke to the customer service team, made a profile, got accepted as a seller, been verified, have been able to apply for lots. I've already matched with some lots, and I already have lots shipping to me. Fantastic. I am super excited. I am brand new on that app. I have no reviews. I have nothing. So what Flyp recommended was for new sellers that are applying to lots. Lots go live every Friday at 5 p.m. So last Friday was my first official day I thought Thursday I could apply, but I think I wasn't verified yet. So Friday was my first day. Friday and Monday are the only days I've applied, okay? Keep up with me here. So what Flyp recommended is you apply, for new sellers, apply to 10 to 15 lots. And they say don't get discouraged, yada, yada, yada. So anyway, I applied to 15 lots exactly Friday. I got matched with 2, 1 accepted, and then 1 never said anything. And then actually I think the time ran out, I think today, it ran out today. And then yesterday, which was Monday, I applied for 18 lots. I got matched with 4, I believe, and 3 have already accepted. And there's some good ones. Okay, I'm not going to tell you the brands because I want to make a whole video when my boxes come, unboxing everything for you. I'm just really happy with how my experience has gone. At this point, I have over 30 items that should be at my house within the week. So I am still going to be applying every day, but I'm going to start being pickier. Let me show you kind of what my profile looks like, or kind of tell you what it looks like. And maybe, honestly, maybe I just have a good about me section, or whatever it is I'm sending to, because they send this to the person who can see my application. Obviously you guys can tell I'm not an expert on this app because I'm probably definitely not using the right terminology. But this is what my About Me section says, and maybe maybe this helped me sell some stuff. So let me read it to you. Okay, I wrote, I have been a full-time reseller for 3 years and I've sold over 3,000 pre-owned clothing items in that time. I have over 130,000 social media followers that follow me for reselling tips. I've also been chosen as a speaker for Poshmark's annual event POSHFest, and I stay connected with the fashion reselling community, and I would love to sell your clothes for you. So without any reviews on my profile or anything like that, I do have my links, so I guess they can go into my stores and see if they like what I sell, like how I photograph, list items, things like that. But so far in my first 2 days on Flyp, I've been able to get 4 new clients. So I'm excited. So that's that. More info. I'm going to make a whole video on that soon. My camera battery's beeping at me. I was going to go into this eBay review. I'm going to save that. I have a whatnot or a what sold video coming. I had to fight to get the most. It was so dumb. This, when you see this, I'm going to put it in the video. I had to fight to get feedback removed from my eBay profile after eBay denied it. Okay, since my camera battery's flashing, let me unbox this and let me show you what I was buying from Whatnot when I said I wouldn't buy anything. So this package is from my friend Zoe. Zoe has been having great shows and she's been giving away some crazy good giveaways. So I won this Apple gift card. It's a $10 Apple gift card. And she had something in the store that I really wanted. So let me show you what this is. So you get discounted shipping. She was doing like a sweater show, I believe. And anyway, this was going to be kind of expensive with the shipping. But y'all know I love to sell this brand. Don't look at my nails. Lafayette 148. And I think this is like a cashmere blend. Let's see. Yeah, 15% cashmere. And it's just, honestly, it's really cute. It's kind of cropped. So I'm going to list this. It's just a sweater, just a green sweater. I'm going to list this, but I could also wear it. So I'm probably just going to also wear it, like, while it, and I'm probably going to list that, honestly, since it's cashmere, I'm probably going to list it around $45. So yeah, I did end up buying that, even though I wasn't supposed to be buying anything. And let me show you what's in here. This is actually plush. I probably should have bought scissors. Let's see if these nails will work. Ha ha ha. They did. All right. So if I win a giveaway, I'm buying something from you. I don't even like go into shows and apply for giveaways if I don't plan on winning anything. I think my friend Clarissa, she called people like this, like, giveaway gremlins, like when people go into shows just for giveaways and then they bounce if they win or don't win. I won this giveaway from this girl and I was even chatting with her like right before, and I had never been in her show before. Anyway, long story short, I won a giveaway. Then her husband came in and was like, I'm hungry, and she basically got off. And so she didn't run any items afterwards, so I couldn't buy anything. I felt so bad. I'm gonna leave her like Whatnot profile right here. Make sure to go give her a follow. But yeah, I got this Squishable for free. I'm probably going to give this to my niece for Christmas. You guys, I got to get off of here because my camera's beeping at me right now telling me to charge it. Thank you guys so much for listening to me rant. I will have a what sold video in probably like 2 days. And then a thrift haul because I haven't been thrifting in like a week and a half. Something like that. I'm dying to go thrifting. I need a good thrift trip after this. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk, and I will see y'all later. Bye.